What's up guys, my name is Liam and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new updated Lamzu Atlantis Mini Champions Edition. I've been praising this thing so highly on my channel over the past year. So how are these new updates with the 3950 sensor? They now have the option coming out for an 8K pulling rate, and this also has Omron Opticals in it. So is this still one of my favorite options out there on the market? And more importantly, is this going to be the perfect gaming mouse for you? Let's check it out. Before we get started today, I did want to let you know this was sent out to me. However, everything you're going to be hearing in this video is going to be my own words and my own opinions. The unboxing experience is similar to all the other previous Lamzu mice, and included inside they do give you a bunch of goodies. You do get this USB-C cable, these grips, they're rubberized, and I do like these grips a lot. This did come with these smaller skates on it. They do include the bigger style of skates. I do prefer those, so I've already put those on the mouse. A bottom sticker to keep any hairs out or anything like that. It still does come with this premium style velvet carrying case, a user manual, and this does only come with the 1K receiver. And here's a look at the dongle adapter that is included with it. Here's a close-up of what the 8K wireless receiver is going to look like. So it does look really similar to the dongle adapter. I do think this has a really cool look to it, but this will be available for purchase separately in the near future. And just to be clear really quickly, you do not need this newer updated Champions version to use this 8K receiver. So all of your previous Lamzu mice, assuming that they all had the 4K capability before, you will be able to do a firmware update and it will work with this and you'll be able to get the same improved performance. And we'll go into the performance on this later, but I did want to just show you this really quickly and let you know that it will be coming soon. As I was already saying, in the past, I've always talked so highly about this thing. So I'm just gonna do a quick run through on it. Nothing has changed with my opinion on this. Everything looks similar to before on the previous layout. One thing I did just want to show you really quick is here was the older version. I'm not going to say any colors because I don't want to get the name of these colors wrong, but just to show you guys the older version of this in this pinkish style colorway, it did seem like it was a little bit brighter. This one is a little softer and a little bit more muted, and as you can see here, it does have a lighter color base down here on the bottom. But like I mentioned, comes with the smaller skates. I do prefer these bigger skates. I personally really enjoy the stock skates that do come on these Lamzu mice. Same thing as before, where you have the power button down here to turn it on or off. Then you have your DPI button down here as well. This does still have the same great coating that all of their other more current mice have. I'm a huge fan of this coating. If you're looking to upgrade this thing and you're trying to do it in terms of switches, the only really true benefit that I can see to these switches is if you have had any issues with double clicking or anything like that, or felt like there are any inconsistencies in your click, nothing that I've really noticed. But truly, these Omron Opticals, they feel great. And trying to decide between both of these with the older Huano Blue Shell Pink Dots or these Omron Opticals, for me, it's just really a toss-up. And I can genuinely say I really like both of these just about equally as much. So every time I see a new mouse come out, I really just hope that it comes with either Huano Blue Shell Pink Dots or it is including these Omron Opticals. I would say that they do feel a little bit more light. And of course, that can vary on the switch that you have because there's always going to be some type of variance in the tolerances. The Huano Blue Shell Pink Dots, they do sound better in my opinion. They have a little bit more of a clickier presence to them, whereas I have seen people kind of complain about these Omron Opticals in the past. They can have kind of a unique, like whiny sound signature to them. I've honestly gotten kind of used to it. It doesn't really bother me at all. But as far as the Huano Blue Shell Pink Dots I do have on here, they do feel just a little bit more clicky, but same fantastic click implementation as before. Everything feels really solid. It does get a little bit more stiff when you come back here in the rear, a little bit more play up here in the front, but just as before, no play. And truly the clicks on this mouse, they just feel great all the way around. Some of my favorite clicks out there. The scroll wheel, nothing has changed on the scroll wheel. Everything about the scroll and the click feels identical as before. So you do have these looser feeling steps on here, and the center click is a little bit more on the stiffer end. And again, same thing with the side buttons, no changes here. These are without a question some of my favorite side buttons on the market. There's just like practically no pre-travel. Post-travel on this is fantastic. You don't get any play. The switch is great wherever you click it from. So yeah, this is absolutely without a question still one of my favorite gaming mice on the market. So let's go ahead and drop the click sound test and I will throw it up against the older version so you can see what the comparison of them sounds like. Everything about the build, shell integrity, and everything on this feels fantastic, just as before. It has a same spot on front to back and left to right balance. Do keep in mind, I do have these bigger skates on here. This is advertised at 51 grams with the bigger skates on here. Looks like it is coming right under 52 grams on my scale. The software still looks the same as the previous version. What I do is I drop the click to bounce setting down to 0 milliseconds to ensure you're getting the lowest click latency possible. On the next page, if you do go for the 8K receiver, it will give you the option now to enable the 8K wireless polling rate. And then lastly, on the settings tab, I do recommend enabling this long distance mode to ensure you're getting the strongest wireless signal possible to get you the best performance for this mouse. If you are going to be using the 8K wireless receiver with this mouse, the battery life is going to last you a little bit over a day. So I actually do recommend charging this every single day if you do decide to do so. Even if you do have an older version of the 4K Lamzu Atlantis Mini, Maya, any of the Lamzu mice, I do still highly recommend upgrading to this 8K receiver. I have included the performance numbers of the previous 4K dongle versus this new 8K dongle, and at the 1K, 2K, 4K polling rates, you are seeing improved performance. All right guys, so that about wraps things up on the Lamzu Atlantis Mini Champions Edition, and I genuinely love this mouse so much. Every time I get it in my hands, I'm always so impressed by how great it still feels. Even after a year later, I have so many copies of this now, and it is without question personally one of my favorite shapes out there, and this new performance on it, it really does feel great. So if you feel like I've left anything out or you have any additional questions, please let me know down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed watching this video and are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, please drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.